Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's another day that the Lord has made, and I'm so excited. So glad that God given us another chance at life, at mercy, and at His grace. You know, we ought to thank God because He could have cut us off, but He didn't. He gave us another chance. So I'm thankful about that. And there are only two things that He's asking us to do today, right? He's asking us to love Him with all of our heart, mind, and soul, and to love our neighbors as ourselves, to make sure that we respect all people, because everybody is made in the image of God, and that alone demands respect. Excuse me, y'all. So, I was listening to somebody yesterday talk. And I don't know why, but on this particular day, I didn't just really have too much to say. I was doing more listening. And something was said, and my antenna went up. And something said, Victoria, did you hear that? Make note of that. If you look at the title of the video, it says, eventually, if you wait a while, the truth will come out. The truth will come out. There's a reason why the Bible tells us to be quick to hear and slow to speak. A lot of times because we already have our ideas formulated in our minds. A lot of times because we're trying to win an argument or impress somebody. A lot of times we miss cues. We miss things that if we've been listening and listening with the ear of the Spirit, we would have heard, and it would help us make better decisions. So it's important to learn to be quiet sometimes. You know, there's a particular person that have been telling me, Victoria, this person jealous of you. Be careful with this person. This person jealous of you. And I'm like, no, no. But then, like I said, I got quiet. And the feelings that they had about what God called me to do, it came out. And so, I knew that I needed to go ahead and start putting some distance between me and that person, because the truth came out. As long as we were talking, kiki, and laughing, I could never really see or hear what the truth was, you know. And that's in all situations. That's on your job, that's in marriages, that's in parent-child relationships, that is in church relationships. If you be quiet. And one thing about Jesus that we can all do a better job of is listening. Just listening. Jesus listened on purpose to people who were talking to Him. And even though He knew all, He listened. He listened. And His response to people was based on, of course, His omnipotent and omniscient knowledge, but also on the fact that I heard what you had to say, so I know where you're coming from. You know, I think about Jesus and Peter, where Peter was, proclaimed himself to be Jesus, ride or die, Jesus, but then in one moment, Jesus said, well, I'm going to have to go and I'm going to have to die. Pretty much, He was playing with them. And Peter was like, you're not going to do that, blah, 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 blah. And it revealed, Peter revealed himself. Not that Jesus didn't know, but the truth came out about Peter. And Jesus responded and said, man, Satan, get thee behind me, because he knew that it was a bad spirit working in Peter. You know, my dad used to tell me all the time, Victoria, listen. Victoria, listen. Victoria, listen to people, what people say. You know, don't talk so much. Listen, observe. And you know what? The older I'm getting, the more I see that is true. we can save ourselves a lot of heartache. We can save ourselves a lot of bad relationships, because when we're listening, we won't miss the red flags. A lot of us right now, speaking of relationships, a lot of us are in bad marriages right now because we were talking so much. We were in the throes of it all. We were in the theatrics of it all, and we weren't listening. So we missed the cues that told us not to marry this person, and we married them anyway, and now we in a mess because we didn't listen. Some of us have lost jobs because we don't listen. You know? Because if we listen, what we need to know, how we need to operate, will eventually come to light. We got to learn to do that. When we don't know how to allow the Spirit to point things out to us by being quiet and listening, then we put ourselves in danger. And God does not want us to be in that type of unnecessary danger. It's hard enough as it is. Some of y'all might be wondering about people who are trying to get in your circle. Listen to what they're saying. Listen, because if you listen well enough, the Lord will help you see the truth to whether this person should actually enter your intimate circle or not. You know? And I'll tell you what, when it happened to me, I was like, oh, it got to hurt my feelings a little bit. You know, I was like, wow, I didn't know you felt like that. Like, but okay. So now I know not to even entertain so much what that person says, because the truth came out and now I know how you feel. You know, we have a responsibility to protect ourselves as well. You know, Jesus has given us the equipment. He's given us the tools that we need to protect ourselves. You know, and we need to protect ourselves from unnecessary mess, unnecessary drama, unnecessary conflict. And we can do that by waiting and listening. And listening for that moment of truth, that red flag that'll let us know we need to adjust our relationship. We need to adjust our position in a situation. We need to adjust our responses. But you can't do it like my dad would say, talking all the time. Can't do it talking all the time. So, let us all learn to be quick to hear. Listening with purpose, listening to what people say, not listening to respond, because you're going to miss the truth if you're listening just to respond, because you're not listening to hear. Listen. The truth will come out after a while if you just listen. Some of y'all been wondering, well, maybe if you stop talking so much and listen, you will hear and you will see exactly what God wants you to hear and see, so you can move like He wants you to move. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed in the Lord. Y'all, just as always, I thank you for your help. I thank you for those of you who've been sending donations to the church. I thank you for those of you who have been sending monetary blessings. We fed last week. We're going to do some groceries for the elderly this week. You know, let the Lord lead us to some homes where there might be a need for food. And so we're going to do that this weekend. Thank God for those of you who've been helping. When I get paid, you know, I'm a teacher, I get paid once a month. So when I get paid, I am going to put the website back up. You know, I paid for a whole year and kind of forgot about it. So I'm going to put that back up as well. So those of you who want to give, it can be a little easier for you. And you won't have to go through the hoops. And then I won't have to keep posting the flyer. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing it. But so I'm going to put the website back up for you guys. And those of you who don't have the resources to give, y'all just keep praying that we do exactly what God wants us to do, that we keep taking care of those who need our help. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Do me a favor, share the video, and y'all have it's Thursday, so a terrific Thursday. All right, God bless y'all.